game. They're shooting just 43%. As Shea continues to go to work on the offensive end. He's going to get fouled. A couple more free throws coming up as he's already up to 24 points.
Yeah, and that time he got in his landing space. Kamara did. The officials didn't think it was enough to warrant a review. Take a look at this. This is what they're talking about, folks. You got to let that guy land. Yeah, he's right up under it. He didn't allow him to land. And a lot of times when it's egregious, the officials will go immediately and take a look at it. And then sometimes when they feel, okay, there was contact, but the player's okay, he got up, let's just get your free throws. And I have no problem with that, because that's something that the officials really want to protect the players on. And if they need to upgrade that, they certainly feel they will. And that usually comes at the behest of the other two officials signaling for possibly a review.
On the speed and a miss initially on the drive. The follow by Williams. He's got a nose for the basketball on those offensive rebounds.
Well, Carlson had to come over and block the shot. That's what he did. He did his job. How about this nice cut here, man? My goodness, a backdoor cut. Anytime you see the numbers of the player from behind, you just cut right behind him. And Shea, the clever player that he is, did exactly that.
Well, Brandon Carlson not missing a beat. He's one of those OKC big men, Michael. We know how good the passers are in Hartenstein and Jay Will. He just that big passing ability on those cuts. Just another element of this offense. Second opportunity here for the Blazers. As Love wildly throws it out of bounds. He was trying to hit Kamara on the sideline. That was just a scrambled possession.
And you know who made that happen? SGA. He got a little deflection, forced him to lose the basketball, ended up throwing it away. And the Thunder got some house money they're playing with here in this third quarter.
Let's see what song we're singing. Oh, it's a classic. You gotta keep that New Year's Eve energy up. Let me hear you, Thunder fans. Here we go.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you. And it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurting runs off my shoulders, how can I hurt when holding you?
All right, we're back. Let me hear you.
Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
I want to scream. I want to scream in the game. What's up, dog? Yes. Yes, Wiz. Stop, Zay. I like that one. Good, y'all. Yeah, boy.
Well, the one thing that stands out, just Kenrich Williams, his encouragement, but the engagement, Michael. Everybody on the bench engaged into what's going on. We talked about Alex Caruso earlier in the game, how into the game he is when he's on the bench, but you know Kenrich Williams is right there with him.
Well, and you know, he's really kind of cool. I'm loving this, folks, by having Kenrich mic'd up. He told Lou Dort, did you hear what he said to Lou? He said, give me a 3. Lou was giving him 4 threes tonight. I love it.
SGA gives it back out to Carlson. He didn't want the 3 instead. Carlson! Oh, he had big goals there, getting up to the rim. But he's going to get a trip to the free throw line coming out of the timeout. The first rounder for Portland. Hanson's going to commit the foul.
And how about Shea once again making really great decisions with the basketball? You know, a lot of times we talk about him as a primary scorer, but he's a great setup guy. That time he took the ball to the middle, collapsed the defense, and then kicked it back to Carlson, had them scrambling, and then Carlson put the ball on the floor, tried to get to the basket. That's when he got fouled.
Carlson an over at the free throw line. Getting those minutes with no Jay Will, no Hartenstein. Carlson has been so reliable in the past when he's come off the bench. In these type of situations. Lazy pass, but Blazers fortunate to retain. 3 seconds. Sharp has nowhere to go. Neither does Love. Excellent defense. How about Lou Dort just blanketing Shaedon Sharp? And they forced the turnover.
A lot of times we call that the point of attack. He was the guy who initiated that. Just would not allow Sharp to get a good look at the basket. It's one of those defensive series where the coaching staff said, this is why we work on it.
Blazers in a zone. Oh, SGA with the left hand. Seemed to be maybe slightly indecisive there. Thunder will gladly put SGA in the middle of the court. Nice strip, out of bounds. Who's it off of? And it's off of the leg of Caleb Love, who wants Thiago Splitter to challenge, but this seems to be pretty good defense.
How about this? Yeah, looks like it's off the mid-thigh. I'm not sure who stripped that.
SGA pulls up right over Murray, and he's got 2 more. There's that Portland defense. Falling asleep there.
Shea was the one. Stripped the basketball on the other end. Blazers are mishandling some passes here.
Defense rotates, and Hanson, the 3 from the outside.
You know, I was watching him before the game, take threes. He's got a nice stroke. At 7 foot something. Imagine him and playing a one-on-one in practice. I'd pay to watch that, man. 2 big men that's got skills like that.
Dort again from 3. No Carlson, though. Can we get a finger on it to tap it out? And an extra possession. Mitchell, the pass, the corner, the 3. Wiggins off. And 60 seconds left to go here in the third. They're still up. So far they've gone +5 in the quarter. Sharp. And the Thunder just done a great job of bottling them up. That time the 3 well short from Yang. As Dort trying to drive, got around him initially. The pass right through the defense. It is Mitchell from the outside, and he bottoms the 3 off a great find from Dort on the drive.
Well, Dort did a good job of just preoccupying the defense by driving past the big man.
Oh, nice break down there, and again, it's off for the Blazers out of bounds. That's 2 fantastic defensive plays, Michael, here in the final minute. The Thunder have just been able to get a clean hand on the basketball, dispossess the offensive player, and then get it off them to go out of bounds.
Yeah, those are like what you call, you know, 4-point plays, sometimes 5-point plays, where you deny 2 or 3 on the other end, and then you turn around and score 2.
On the drive and kick, and an excellent look for Wiggins as SGA was trying to operate hastily. Shot clock is off. Afia's back in, and what should be the final possession here, the third. Afia nowhere to go, has to get rid of it. Murray on the baseline, back up top. 5 seconds. It's Avdia, don't want to foul the kick out. Murray, and the 3. And what is just a good offensive possession by the Blazers. With that extra pass, setting up the 3 from Murray. But it's still the Thunder. A command threatening lead to go into the fourth quarter.
Well, it was all about the defense in that third quarter, picking up where they left off. In the second, just tenacious. I say a lot of times at this level, folks, defense create offense. There you have it. It's New Year's Eve.
We can't do it without you. So it's time to really set the tone. I want to cut the lights, turn on those cell phone lights, and then let me see those Tesla coils.
This is your team. This is your house. Show the world the House of Thunder.
Let's go get some money. I told the niggas we ain't be a stop sign. Got a bag of jewelry, they live by some land. They still trying to figure out who I am, who I be. Pillow talking to these things weak. They say money talk with diamonds in my t-shirt. I been looking down with Jordans on my feet. Better play your cards right than I ever reach. But it's time. Yeah, I'm 55, but I push you 6 feet.
Tonight's start of the fourth quarter is presented by Devon Energy. The Blazers got off to a hot start in the first quarter, 40% since, and 21 turnovers. 12th time this year the Thunder have forced 20 or more. Offensively for OKC, absolutely humming along, 52%. All 11 players, Michael, have come into this game, have scored. The bench has been huge.
Well, just a total team effort, too. I like those numbers. Also on the assist side, with 23 assists.
Oh, Holmgren again might get credit for another block. He's already got a season-high 4. Affected that shot by Avdia. Spun right into the turnover. And Sharp on the other end. Somebody lost a shoe.
Well, it's not mine. I got mine on, so
It's Murray.
there's going to be a little break in the action here by the Blazers sometime. Intentional foul, so Murray can...
I was literally looking at everybody going down the floor, Michael. Well, who was it? Was it Sharp? Was it J-Dub? Was it Chet? Where'd that shoe come from? Because it was laying on the baseline, and I had no idea.
It's an odd thing you don't really see a lot of times when we're calling games, that we start looking for guys' shoes. It's the shoes. Somebody's missing a shoe.
That's J-Dub dancing, driving, left hand. Oh, he's still able to get it up over the rim. A little bounce and a little spin.
Just a beautiful, hard, physical drive. That time by J-Dub. He's missed a lot of time this year. That time it's going to be an offensive foul. Boy, he took him out. Sissoko leaned in. Kind of bumped him.
We're already a couple of possessions into this fourth quarter, Michael, but you remember what Perry said at halftime. The Blazers want to play fast. They want to offensive rebound. They want to get in the paint. The Thunder did a good job of limiting all three of those. How do they do it here in the fourth?
Well, just continue. I mean, what you have, you keep hold of it. I thought that third quarter was a big key for the Thunder, that they were able to, get out there and continue to put up points. The Blazers to 21 points in that third quarter, putting up 26, so you go +5 there. And the defense, man, it has been solid.
Boy, there's another deflection on another drop. He's not man rush. 2-on-1. There is Cason Wallace flying up for the alley the other way. Murray rejected at the rim. Thunder coming back the other way. J-Dub, the kick, the open three, and it's Joe. Out of bounds, Thunder ball.
You're asking about what does the Thunder need to do in this fourth quarter? A lot of this. A lot more of this. We're playing with some house money right now. Still a lot of time left in this ball game as the Thunder get out. How many times have we seen that? Cause and effect. The cause, strip the ball. And the effect is to score buckets. And just like that on a set piece, the Thunder will continue to score more buckets. Got a massive lead now. Timeout by the Trailblazers.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
But you gotta get hype if you want one. Hands up in Love's Loud City with more.
That's right, Malcolm. I'm up in section 328, and I think the fans are loud up here. But let me test it. Let me hear you make some noise.
I tell myself I'm man, no getting away. Two the girls put in them K9. Hey, they tell me, hey man, it's not up with me. You put a woman in front and a man behind. Shout out. Say, my doggy is nothing if he don't have a bone. My doggy is nothing if he don't Who let the dogs out? 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 I see young people had a ball push, Billy Bonders get out. Get back your feet, bash your feet. But you play and just in my hand.
Thunder Basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by MidFirst Bank, official currency of Thunder fans. By Devon Energy, commitment runs deep. And by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Fireworks, they're coming, Michael, but they actually have already happened a little bit here inside Paycom Center. As we take a look at tonight's OG&E power play of the game. This just happened in the fourth quarter, one of the many opportunities to get out on the break.
Well, and you're loving it too because it's coming off defense, quick strike offense. We talked about that, those fast break points for the Thunder. Keep an eye on that tonight. They have done just that as a result of their defense.
Cason Wallace getting it done on both ends. 25 fast break points.
That's a big number. I thought that was a big number a couple of nights ago against the Hawks where they got 23 fast break points.
Just feels like they had so many runouts. At times, Selko able to finish inside. A 26-point lead here in this fourth quarter.
So you got 22 points off turnovers, 25 points in transition. See the relationship between those two numbers?
Had some tough finishes on the left side of the rim as the three by Sissoko goes in. 13 points on the night for him. Get his 12th start of the season. Mitchell. Oh, they tried to go up top to Carlson. That was offline. Long transition. The three no good. Big rebound there for A.J. Mitchell. Keeping his head up. Looking to distribute the basketball. J-Dub once again. Nobody there to slow him down, and I think he just lost it on the way up.
Sometimes you're wide open. You're just really shocked. You don't know what you want to do.
Looks like he had an opportunity at that long rebound. He's been feeling it on the night. Joe's got 9 points, all via the three.
Look at the overplaying out front by the Thunder. That's been a problem.
Sharp's going to get a couple of free throws.
It's been a problem for the Blazers because the pressure has just stayed there. You got deflections, you force them to restart their offense, and then on the next possession, you get a steal. So guess what happens when it happens repeatedly? After a while, you get kind of apprehensive, a little hesitant to pass the ball. Now your offense slows down and gets out of sync. I've just been really impressed with this third game in 4 nights. The Thunder have kept the pressure and the energy up for this entire ball game.
Be a part of the action at the Thunder's next home game right here at Paycom Center Monday, January 5th at 7 p.m. versus the Charlotte Hornets. Get your tickets now at OKCThunder.com/buy tickets or by scanning the QR code on your screen.
And this is the final home game of 4 consecutive for the Thunder.
It's just been great being here over Christmas and that week that you're talking about after Christmas going into New Year's.
Yeah, and I was okay with it because we had games, you know, but what about when you go home and the Thunder aren't playing? So that's why I had a problem with it.
Well, don't worry. January's going to be a busy month. 15 games, Michael. 8 of them are going to be on the road. 2 seconds to work with for Wiggins. Fading away on the three. And we're going to get a loose ball foul underneath. And I believe this is going to go against Portland.
A.J. Mitchell got shoved in the back. He was right there on top of that offensive rebound. What a spark plug he's been, not only tonight, but the entire season. Sitting at 13 points, and he's perfect on the night. He's up there, gets up. A little shove by Kamara. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 of 3 from the field. As I mentioned, a perfect night.
It's a solid night. If you dictate things on the offensive end, and again, he gets hacked and fouled and plays through a tough finish.
I thought I had jinxed him too, because you know, I was going, let me get this thought out before he takes this shot. He's taking the shot as I'm talking. He's 6 of 6. Now he's 7 of 7, folks. Woo, I'm off the hook. Thank you, AJ.
He just looks so hard to guard too, Mike, because he's so shifty. He's got that lateral movement. He's got the excellent handles. He can go so many different directions. And as you're a defender, trying to keep up with him or stay attached, and then when you throw in his ability to finish and the savviness around the rim, he is such a tough cover.
And he plants well. He's always like, you know, when he gets in that paint, folks, watch him. He's not most of the off of one leg. He plants, he's balanced. So when he takes that contact, he can finish through it. Well, I tell you, they hit him hard. Once again, see, this is cause and effect, folks. Cause and turnovers. And the effect is you just continue to score. Movement of the basketball.
That's going to be a moving screen there on Carlson. Oh, Mike, this is game number 34 in the season and the 4th game already against Portland. Are you disappointed we're not going to see the Blazers for the rest of the year?
No, I'm not at all. Because, man, we've been to Portland twice. Portland's come here twice.
The only good thing about being a broadcaster when you play a team 4 times, you can go back and you look at your notes. It's almost like a cheat sheet because you've already done so much of the work.
Yeah. It's been tight, man. I mean, we're not even through the end of the year and you've already played it 4 times.
Well, you play each team in your division 4 times. The Thunder have not played the Denver Nuggets once. As Carlson rams one in from deep. January is going to be a busy month for the Thunder, Mike. As we said, 15 games coming up. 8 of those are coming on the road. They got a nice big long road trip in the middle of the month. That's going to span to some Eastern Conference teams. As we come up, and it's hard to believe, we're coming up here. Still got a few games, but on the midway point of the season, once you get into January, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, and you know, Thunder done a great job, folks. They're 28-5 right now. We've been through a whole lot, especially just not being healthy. They have not had the same lineup from the playoffs for a full game yet. So kudos to the guys for showing up and stepping in and stepping up. When they get the call, Sissoko, man, he's got a nice stroke. Even when he draws a lot of rim. He's got 16 points, 15, 19 points now, excuse me, folks. With that last three.
Joe navigating. There's Kenrich. And the rebound to Hodson. Past the midway point of this fourth quarter. They're going to travel to the Bay Area tomorrow. Nice intercept there by Kenrich Williams. As Joe awaits. But a little bit of offense here. Back outside, it's Joe. Oh, he's been feeling it from three, and I think he got fouled.
Well, actually, it was A.J. Mitchell got shoved in the back in the lane by Love as the shot was going up. And he's going to get a free throw. And this, take a look at this, folks. As Love just hits him in the back, almost like a check in a hockey game. So the three will count. A.J. Mitchell will get a free throw.
Thunder shot it so well in this game. 52.5%. Just precise on the offensive end. And getting shots that are good shots. Breaking down the defense. That ball snapped outside. Murray misses it wide right. Nice rebound, weak side. Mitchell had it punched away. Reed? No. Carlson, nice rebound. The Thunder going to go 3-1 against this Blazers team on the season. Blazers handed OKC that loss back in early November. It was the first loss of the season. That tight game that went down to the wire. This Blazers team has played more single-digit games than anybody in the NBA. 22, but that's not going to be the case tonight. As misses it, but Mark Daniels still wants the timeout. Use it or lose it here at 4:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. It has been all Thunder here on New Year's Eve. What a way to close 2025.
With some smothering defense, Shea quickly up court to Jalen Williams for the slam. That was tonight's OG&E Power Play of the Game. OG&E, we energize life.
Wishing everybody a happy new year, happy 2026, and what a year it has been for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The tradition continues here inside Paycom Center. We've been so glad that you've been with us. Welcome inside. Alongside my broadcast partner, Michael Cage, I'm Chris Fisher. Michael, what a year it has been. And we've been fortunate enough here to have a front row seat to 2025. And what this Thunder team has been able to accomplish, it has been incredibly memorable.
It has been very special, folks, and I hope you've enjoyed it right on up to the parade last summer or last spring. And, just seeing everybody come together, the city, the fans, and give the state of Oklahoma its first NBA championship at the professional level. And then continuing this team growing and continuing to improve into this year has been really special. Almost one of those years you just hate to see it end.
Still much to look forward to in 2026. So much of the regular season still left to be played. We will see what is in store as we flip that calendar. There's a great block by Carlson. Keeping things going on the defensive end. What is a 30-point advantage for the Thunder? Nice sneak in there by Love on the backside. Taking it away from Carlson.
That was a 10th block of the night for the Thunder. That's been spearheaded by Chet, who has 6 of those. He's got 6 blocks tonight.
It allows us, Michael, to point something out. The driving is such an important part of what the Blazers do. But shutting off that driving and shutting off those lanes, not with just good point of attack defense, but having guys like Chet back there, Brandon Carlson, those 2 levels of defense have been really good.
Yeah, you like that. And then, the speed of the basketball going the other way. The Thunder with those 25 fast break points. And keep that in perspective, a couple of nights ago against Hawks in this very same building, they had 23 fast break points. Now also, too, this is your 3rd game in 4 nights. I have to keep stating that, folks. A lot of times you just don't have the legs to get 25 fast break points. So the shot clock of that young man right there, the defensive prowess of that guy next to him, along with Caruso and Dort, obviously the brilliance of Shea tonight, was just fantastic.
Final 3 minutes and change. Kenrich. Carlson, traffic, and still able to score. Carlson had a nice game here, Michael. 12 points coming off the bench. The bench overall throughout this game has been excellent.
Yeah, they got 49 points. The bench does, folks. They had 30 at halftime. So it wasn't like they just got it all in the second half or this 4th quarter. Just a total team effort tonight by the Thunder. Oh, Carlson may have tipped that with his fingertips. You got to be up pretty high to do that. You just have to trust me on that because you can never tip it up when it's that high. You have to wait for it to come down and strip it.
Joe, a rare miss from deep. Here for the final 2.5 minutes. There's a miss. Kenrich Williams the rebound. He's got Youngblood also on the floor. He's got 2 two-way players. And you get a loose ball foul here. Loose ball foul on Portland, I believe. And the Blazers are in the penalty, so free throws here.
It's going to be on Kamaro. He grabbed the jersey of Kenrich. He's going to get free throws. I show you the balance tonight for the Thunder. A little bit of a short roster. 7 players in double figures tonight. And, the play of the bench. And I know you got, pay some bills here, but I can't wait for you to tell me who the player of the game is. Because it's a tough call for me, but I really want to know who that guy's going to be.
You're not playing favorites here?
No, I'm thinking Shea. I'm thinking Chet. But I also like the bench, though. You got 49 points from the bench, or now 51.
All right, the big reveal. Tonight's Thunder Player of the Game, brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Are you ready, Mike?
Drum roll.
All right.
For this guy right here.
It is A.J. Mitchell. 17 points coming off the bench. Get to the free throw line. Able to operate that offense like he can. Whether it's playing with Shea, playing off the ball. 17 points. And just leading that bench charge that you were just referencing. That has been so productive throughout this game.
Yeah, 51 bench points. Excuse me if I stand correctly. 52 bench points. And A.J. Mitchell, who we just talked about, folks, he's had a perfect night. The guy was 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Excuse me, I'm kind of shortchanging a little bit on that. But Mitchell is 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from downtown. What a night he's had. What a night that is for a second-year player.
Just plays at his own pace night after night. Kenrich. Had some good backspin on that shot. See it from here.
We're talking about how much weight this game had tonight. It's going to be a nice move and a dunk by Love. Both these teams came in with a 2-game winning streak. Trailblazers thinking, look, okay, we beat you once, like you mentioned, the first game. We can even up this series tonight, you know, and keep building this momentum. And they did a great job of just establishing themselves early in this ball game, kept their foot on the gas, and never let up.
The standings, the Blazers, one of those teams, Michael, that thinks that they could be potentially in the play-in conversation right now if the season ended today. They'd be in that 9-10 matchup. The young group, as that's going to be a loose ball foul. Blazers are 14 and 19, about to be 14 and 20. And they would play the Memphis Grizzlies. And they're coming off of, as you said, 2 wins. One against Boston, one against Dallas. They feel like they are making progress.
Well, absolutely. And this guy right here, Tiago Splitter, has done a great job of reorganizing this team as the interim head coach. You know, they got some talent on this team. We've already talked about Denny Opula, Shaden Sharp. There's Jeremy Grant. There's a lot of promise and a lot of things for Trailblazers fans to look forward to, but tonight, on New Year's Eve, it belonged to the Thunder.
Now cue the victory music here inside Paycom Center. But close the books on 2025. See the number there, that's 70th win in the calendar year. Just what a remarkable 365 days it has been. Oh, so memorable here for this Thunder team, the city. But the Thunder are going to earn another victory here at home. 29-5 on the season. And that'll do it as we are headed to 2026. As the Thunder in this New Year's Eve tradition from Oklahoma City, victorious yet again. 124-95 our final score. And so many people, so many players, big contributions to take down the Blazers.
And the Thunder will move to 14-4 on these New Year's Eve games, as it was a total team effort tonight with those 7 players in double figures and that massive 52 points from the bench tonight. You can start your celebration from here, folks. Still got a little time before the calendar flips, but certainly a great start to it for the Thunder to end 2025.
A little less than 3 hours till we officially flip. But what an overall performance it was. Chet Holmgren and his two-way force on both ends of 6 blocks. Here's Nick. He's standing by with A.J. Mitchell.
Thanks, Chris. AJ, the defense just seemed to tighten as the game went on. You allowed fewer points each quarter. How does this team go about learning in-game and then applying it so quickly?
I think we learn really quick. Obviously, we try to make adjustment as soon as we see something. And we have great guys. They know how to play the game. They know how to play defense, so it's easy to make those adjustments.
Once again tonight, it seemed like your offense had the opponent on their heels. What's been key in terms of just the unpredictability on that end of the floor?
I think just staying aggressive, letting the game come to me, and then finding my teammates, finding plays for me, and just playing free.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody scores 17 points on only 4 shots, but you managed to do it. How have you been able to put so much pressure on the rim and get to the line the way you have?
I think my teammates helped me a lot, just giving me the space to drive and then finding the man and then just staying aggressive. That's been the message from the coaching staff and my teammates this whole year, so just trying to do that.
A night like tonight, New Year's Eve, everybody got involved. It seemed like everybody got into a rhythm. How good does this feel from the bench to the floor?
Oh, it's amazing. Seeing all the guys get on the court, be able to play, and just have fun. It's amazing, especially for New Year's Eve, so keep it that way for 2026.
Congrats, AJ. Happy New Year. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Good couple seconds. Let's go.
Well, A.J. Mitchell doesn't play like a second-year player. And getting a chance to play in his second New Year's Eve game here from downtown Oklahoma City. Well, the Thunder just dominate on the night. The fireworks inside the building, that already happened. Still some fireworks to come. 124-95, our final. Our director, Eric Day, producer Steve Mellon, Michael Cage, Nick Allen, and our entire production crew. I'm Chris Fisher. Our next broadcast comes your way Fridays. The Thunder will be in San Francisco to take on the Warriors. Game time 9 p.m. with Thunder Live pregame beginning at 8:30. Stay tuned after the break. Paris Lawson and Royce Young join us to break down all of tonight's action on Thunder Live postgame. Happy New Year.
just the most magical experience for our friends. Our pre-K and kindergarten friends got to go on the real Polar Express.
Passengers of the Polar Express, you have boarded today for one very important reason.
So they got to meet Santa, and they got to get a bell and hear the bell ring and live through the whole story of Polar Express. And it was just such a magical experience.
Awesome! Hello, my dear. Already Polar Express passengers in need of refreshment.
It's a pretty amazing experience to watch the magic come alive within a child. And there's so many sweet smiles and ho-ho-hos and Merry Christmases.
Welcome to Thunder Live on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Toyota. Let's go places. What a New Year's Eve party we had inside of Paycom Center. The Thunder defeating the Portland Trailblazers 124-95 on this annual tradition of playing on New Year's Eve inside of Paycom Center. And it was an offensive showcase for Oklahoma City, who scored 124 points. We had 7 different guys in double figures. 11 different players scored, and the Thunder now 17-1 at home after picking up their 70th win in the calendar year 2025. As we welcome you back inside of Paycom Center and into Thunder Live, I'm Paris Lawson alongside the Thunder's very own Royce Young. And this one was fun, Royce. The Thunder, they were humming offensively. Portland wasn't able to get to much of anything that they typically are able to get to that allows them to thrive, and that's the second chance points and getting out on the break and the free throw line.
The Thunder did a tremendous job just at the point of attack tonight, Paris, and it just looked like an absolute challenge for the Trailblazers to simply dribble against OKC's defense. The Thunder were uptight, they were handsy, they were all over the ball all game long, did an incredible job of just disrupting Portland's offense this entire game. The box score says 15 steals for the Thunder. It felt more like 50 because of how much OKC really just was disrupting everything Portland did, and the Thunder also added 10 blocks, so that's 25 stocks in this one, steals plus blocks. The Thunder did everything you could want to do defensively. You stop the ball and you protect the rim. When you do those sorts of things against the team, it is very hard to score consistently, and that's what OKC did. And then they used all of that to add on to what they did offensively, getting out and really playing well in transition.
Yeah, the Thunder just firing on all cylinders in this matchup against the Portland Trailblazers. Let's bring in Chris Fisher and Michael Cage, who were on the call for all 48 minutes of this action. Guys, I mean, what better way to ring in 2026 than with this win?
Yeah, not much better than this, considering how well OKC controlled this game. And Michael, there was just so much to like both offensively and defensively. I'll leave it up to you to kind of take us where you want to go with this one, because there were so many good things that happened.
Well, I like what Royce talked about. He pointed out some of the amazing stats. But, boy, if I could add to that, man, the 29 assists, the big numbers, 73 points in the first half. That's tough to come back from. You get 28 points off turnovers, 25 turnovers. So you get all these really polarizing numbers that collectively it takes everybody to do. If you could give out a game ball, I know we talked about A.J. Mitchell as the player of the game, but if we could give out a game ball, I would give it to Chet, SGA, because they were really the catalyst that got them started. But I thought the bench was fantastic with those 52 points. And, man, you can look at this stat sheet, folks, and just keep going on and on and on, because everything came together for the Thunder on this New Year's Eve night.
Really, on both ends of the floor. And Michael's absolutely right. I mean, there's so many different players who were deserving in this one. But it just goes to show, when you get a collective effort like this, just how damaging the Thunder can be on the defensive end and how efficient they can be on the offensive end. So great way to close out 2025. Paris and Royce, happy 2026.
Happy New Year, Chris and Mike, and we appreciate all that you've done in 2025. Looking forward to a great 2026 with you guys. All right, the Thunder, a lot to break down in this game. As Chris and Michael pointed out, a lot of different guys got involved. We saw a lot of offense, so we're going to do you a favor. We're going to roll the tape, take it from the top, and see how this game unfolded. Starting in the first quarter, OKC wasting absolutely no time thanks to Lu Dort.
The Blazers came out and they were cross-matching on Lu Dort in this one, and it enabled Lu to get a number of open looks. And I just love with Lu. He hit 4 of 10 from 3 tonight, but he stuck with it. He's somebody that is always confident in going to do that. And then back to this, we talk about the defense to offense. That's Chet blocking one at the rim, and then Chet decisively stepping into one in that kind of semi-transition, second transition right there. I love the way that he just decisively stepped into it. And then SGA, I mean, that is just absolutely basketball poetry, the way that SGA plays. And then he could do it as well with the passing too, Paris, the way that he leverages the defense against themselves.
Yeah, Shea had 6 assists in this game, and it felt like all of them were highlight worthy. Oklahoma City's offense absolutely buzzing. Credit to the Portland Trailblazers, because they were able to kind of keep this game within arm's reach in the first quarter, but the Thunder, they were not letting up offensively.
Again, that's the defense to offense. That's Chet with another block right there. In SGA, the floor is spread. You can kind of play random basketball, get mismatches where you want them, and SGA got a matchup that he liked, stepped into a three. But, the Blazers are a team that's going to continue to put pressure on you. Deni Avdija drives downhill constantly throughout the game, and the Thunder did a great job. How about Brandon Carlson again? Just the stay-ready mentality, Paris, stepping in with some Thunder having some big men down. Isaiah Hartenstein, Jalen Williams not available. Brandon Carlson steps right in. How about Alex Caruso also had a huge imprint on this game just with his defense. He was on Avdija right off the gun and just did a great job of just disrupting him, using those hands. Nobody better in the league with their hands than Alex Caruso.
Yeah, in his first 3 minutes, Alex Caruso had 3 points and 2 steals. That is the most Alex Caruso thing I've ever heard. And what I love to see here, as you see A.J. Mitchell with a little bit of a pick six opportunity, is the diversity of the Thunder scoring. Look at this pass by Shea, an absolute laser at the buzzer to Brandon Carlson.
And that's for all you kids at home. That's why you dribble with your head up right there.
There it is. Fundamentals.
Absolutely. But the Thunder we talked about it, so often about how everybody can set up everybody. That's Kenrich throwing a lob to Chet right there. That's Chet dropping one off right there to Kenrich. That is just incredible team play from the Thunder. That's what makes them so difficult to guard. This play right here, it was a baseline out of bounds play, Paris. I feel like everybody in the gym knew what was coming. They're going to run Isaiah Joe off of one. He still could get his shot off in a closet right there. Incredible job by him.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe finishing with 5 made threes in this ball game tonight. Incredible stuff by him. And you're going to notice how many different guys are getting involved for Oklahoma City. I feel like we've said just about everyone's name, and that's because 11 different players scored for Oklahoma City tonight.
I mean, Mike and Fish were talking about it. You just go through the box score, and you pick out a number of different things of guys that had great impact on the game overall. And, the Blazers, as they, you can see here, right, they're in this game here late second quarter, Paris, but this is what we so often see from the Thunder is when they can just hit you with a wave. And it is just right here, they turn you over. This was kind of the SGA just easy. I like that Kamara was like, I'm not going to stop you, so I'm going to try to sell a foul right here, maybe. But, the Thunder take what was a 9-point game, and they are able to build upon it going into the break. And that is just so demoralizing for opposing teams who probably are just trying to look at that scoreboard and get to the break within striking distance against the Thunder, and instead they go the other way on.
Yeah, that was a big bucket by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because, to your point, the Portland Trailblazers, they tried to keep this game close, and in the third quarter, this is where Oklahoma City really opened the door on this game and was able to just stretch out their lead. Lou Dort with a couple of threes here. Big time buckets to force an early timeout by Portland.
Again, this has been cross-matching to Lou, and Lou hasn't shot the ball up to his standard. He was a 40% three-point shooter last year, but he is somebody that confidence never wavers, and so you can always go to him, and he's going to start making some. We've seen that so much from Lou Dort, but the Thunder, obviously, they just feast on transition. The Blazers didn't do a great job of getting back in this one, and that wasn't necessarily a steal or a turnover. That's a block and a run out. I mean, that is just defense to offense 101.
Yeah, defensive stops. I mean, look at the swarming pressure by Oklahoma City. We talked about it. Portland couldn't get anything easy tonight. Everything was really difficult, and all the shots they did come by were highly contested and just very difficult shots, and that's a credit to the Thunder's swarming, high-pressure defense.
And that was the last bucket you'll see from SGA. He had another 30-point game in under 30 minutes, his 11th of the season, which is just astounding that SGA is able to do that. He was 11 of 15 from the floor. Incredible efficiency from him. I love J-Dub right there, just running the floor, attacking. That's incredible, just athleticism and speed that the Thunder play with. I also thought the Thunder played with a lot of speed, Paris, in their actions. Like the way Isaiah Joe ran off screens, the way that Cason Wallace ran off screens, when Aaron Wiggins ran off screens. They just really played with some speed and tempo and pace tonight.
Kind of gave Portland a taste of their own medicine. The Trailblazers want to be a team that plays fast, and the Thunder, to your point, not only out in transition, but in the half court, great tempo to all of their actions. Great look here by Isaiah Joe, knocking down a three-pointer. Big time buckets all game long by everybody that stepped onto the court. You see the final score, 124-95. And look at these numbers here. Massively high numbers in terms of field goal percentage, 16 made threes. But the one that gets me, Royce, the steals and blocks combined, the stocks, 25 for Oklahoma City.
The Thunder did just an unbelievable job. Again, like we talked about off the top, Paris, that when you're disrupting a team at the point of attack, and you can pressure the ball like that, their counter to you is to try to go around you and get to the rim. Well, guess what? They did that, and Chet Holmgren, number 7, was standing right there, and he had 6 blocks in this one. It felt more like 16 blocks because Chet just eliminated anything at the rim for Portland in this game. Chet was just absolutely dominant on the defensive end.
He is such a game changer for this Thunder defense. This is his 8th career game with 6 or more blocks. Incredible stuff by Chet Holmgren. Great disruptiveness in this game. All right, let's get you over to the press room because Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault is addressing the media.
Mark, we've talked about Chet in recent days and the defensive presence. Just seemed like once again the impact he had on the rim was sensational. How did you see that actually playing out with their attacks over the course of the game?
Yeah, he was great. Obviously, great competitor. The defensive impact's undeniable. What he can do out there, and we held the second chance points in check in the second half. I thought he had something to do with that early with his work on the glass. So. Played a great game. Really held us down defensively. Set a great tone around the basket.
This is 3 straight games where just the tempo, the unpredictability on offense seems to really be there. Why do you think you've got teams on their heels here in this homestand?
Caught a nice rhythm. These have all been pace games, against teams that really try to play fast and speed the game up. And that's a two-sided coin. They end up being in a pace game on the other end, which allows us to get into some flow. So I liked how we attacked tonight. I thought for the most part, we were looking for the right shot on that end of the floor, and we made things hard on them on the other end.
You spoke about Denny before the game. Just what did you make of teams' job of defending him without fouling?
Yeah. How many do you have?
7 attempts.
Yeah, it's 7. I mean, that's about right. He's going to get some. He's in attack mode the whole time. You still have to be physical with him, as I said. So you can't just, in the name of not fouling, you can't just not put your chest on him. So there's a cost to doing business there. But I thought our discipline was pretty good. We forced him into shots, put him in a crowd. I thought we pressured him pretty well tonight, as well as the rest of our guys. So I thought we were pretty dialed in defensively.
What did you make of AJ's shot selection? Obviously, he's been able to carve out a role this season, but it seems like he's also doing it with patience and efficiency.
Yeah, he's obviously a really talented player and a really impactful player, really efficient player. And it's hard to establish yourself and be on the gas on a team that's really good, and a team that's pretty established that you're coming into. And he's found an unbelievable blend and thread and a very nice needle of asserting himself and really not flinching, not being afraid and being on the gas, but also doing it in a way that's not inappropriate for what the rest of the team's doing, and he's got a great diet on that. It's really impressive, and he competes on the other end, so it makes it really easy to ride with him, and he played a great game tonight.
A few games ago, Dub was talking about Kaysen and all the steals that he's getting, and he said something about calculated gambling and taking risks that he's doing. Have you seen Kaysen sort of evolve over the course of his career of understanding when and where to take chances?
I think when you're young, I've never played obviously, but when you're young, you're behind the game quite a bit. You're just late to things. You don't know the league that well. You haven't learned the pictures. You're not really even close to a mode of anticipating. And then you catch up to the game, and then eventually you can get ahead of the game. And he's probably just starting the process of being able to anticipate things and learn the league really well. There's room for growth with him, but I think some of those plays you're seeing him start to really anticipate, and that's where some of those plays come from.
What do you feel like has been the most impressive part of Dub's game so far since he's been back, with him kind of relearning stuff with touch and feel around the rim, but not forcing anything and playing within the team?
Yeah, I thought his floor game was really good tonight. He had a good blend of attacks and also moving off it early and making the appropriate play. What makes him a great player is that he's very good at everything, and so that's really what he needs to hang his hat on. It's how he established himself as a great player. It's how he'll continue to be a great player. And I thought tonight exhibited that. He was out in transition. He threw the early passes. He had his attacks. He shot the right shots. He defended all the spots. And when you add all that together, there's not a lot of guys in the NBA that can do all those things and check all those boxes at the level that he can. And he's just got to stay on that.
seems like every time Brandon Carlson gets a good chunk of minutes, he just produces. Can you speak about the level of difficulty for him that in the position that he's in, and then also at center as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's, those guys are, you got to be mentally tough because you don't know what your role is going to be night to night, and you got to stay ready and stay aggressive and be reliable, and that's what he does. He's always ready to play, and he's highly reliable out there. He's not out there messing anything up. He's very functional and helps you operate on both ends of the floor, and he does so with confidence and with aggressiveness, and he doesn't flinch. I give him a lot of credit, and he's very productive. He played really, really good minutes for us tonight.
Anybody else?
Before I leave, just want to wish all of our fans a Happy New Year. Thank everybody for all their support. Hope you guys have a great night, safe night, and a great new year. Thank you.
And a Happy New Year to Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault as well. And he brings up a lot of really good points in this postgame, one being the defense that the Thunder had on Deni Avdija in this game. He came into this game as a really high-level scorer and a guy that was going to generate a lot of looks and opportunities at the free throw line. The Thunder held him very inefficient in this game and also forced 7 turnovers by him.
Yeah, the Thunder definitely did a better job on him tonight than they had earlier this season, Paris. And a lot of that was that they just showed their hands, did the simple fundamental things throughout the game with him, and really made him play in a crowd. And Avdija lost the ball a number of different times, too. He's going to get his moments. He's going to get to the free throw line. He's a great player, going to hit some tough shots on you. But just the Thunder did a good job of just kind of wearing him down and frustrating him throughout the game. And I also love what Coach Mark said about J-Dub right there, just about his just well-rounded game. You can look at every box score that Dub ever comes out of, and it's just always a little bit of everything. 3 steals, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, efficient offense. Just all, and again, he's rounding himself back into form. Didn't have a training camp, missed the first 20 games of the season. And we're seeing more and more improvement from Dub every single night.
Yeah, his ability to impact the game in a multitude of ways is what sets him apart from every other player in the league. As Coach Daigneault pointed out, he just starts checking a lot of boxes when you start adding it all up. All right, stick with us here on Thunder Live. We got more coming for you right after this break. We got to talk about A.J. Mitchell, a big part of the Thunder's second unit production, 17 points off the bench. Thunder Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
there was a chance that you had to design your own court, what would you do?
Do it like all different type of shades of yellow.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there would be no other color on the court besides yellow, maybe just tan and gold. So it would be all the same shade.
Would you add any custom items?
Nah.
Just keep it simple.
Just keep it simple. The Thunder logo and hella yellow.
And lastly, what type of hoops would you put on the court?
If I could, chain nets.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, give it that park feel at the same time.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm thinking like NBA 2K.
Yeah,
no,
that'd be
that's
sick.
No, that's pretty.
Thunder Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. What a way to close out 2025 with a win over the Portland Trailblazers 124-95. And after this game, our very own Nick Gallo got a chance to catch up with AJ Mitchell.
AJ, the defense just seemed to tighten as the game went on. You allowed fewer points each quarter. How does this team go about learning in game and then applying it so quickly?
I think we learn really quick. Obviously, we try to make adjustments as soon as we see something. And we have great guys. They know how to play the game. They know how to play defense, so it's easy to make those adjustments.
Once again tonight, it seemed like your offense had the opponent on their heels. What's been key in terms of just the unpredictability on that end of the floor?
I think just staying aggressive, letting the game come to me, and then finding my teammates, finding plays for me, and just playing free.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody scores 17 points on only 4 shots, but you managed to do it. How have you been able to put so much pressure on the rim and get to the line the way you have?
I think my teammates helped me a lot, just giving me the space to drive and then finding the man and then just staying aggressive. That's been the message from the coaching staff and my teammates this whole year, so just trying to do that.
A night like tonight, New Year's Eve, everybody got involved. It seemed like everybody got into a rhythm. How good does this feel from the bench to the floor?
Oh, it's amazing. Seeing all the guys get on the court, be able to play, and just have fun. It's amazing, especially for New Year's Eve, so keep it that way for 2026.
Congrats, AJ. Happy New Year. Enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
On New Year's Eve, everybody eats, and A.J. Mitchell certainly benefited from that with 17 points off the bench. Get this, on just 4 shots, he is our 4th player of the game. Talk about efficiency. Great game from A.J., especially on the offensive end.
It's so fun to watch A.J. get better and better every single game that he plays, Paris. And, last season, before his injury, we could see a lot of this building with him. Just his commitment to defense initially, that's what got him on the floor. Moves his feet, great guy. Great instincts, but as Coach Mark said there in the postgame, he plays at his own pace and he plays with a demeanor and confidence that also blends so well with his teammates, which is not an easy thing to do when you're stepping onto a team that when he did, it was #1 seed in the West. This is a really, really productive, good team with ambitious, good young players, and AJ slots right in, and he never feels out of character or out of place, just flows right within the offense, does his job, and a lot of that, I think, honestly, Paris, is the fact that he connects the floor as a point guard. He's very smart, but he also just plays really good defense, and that's easy to fit in when you do those things.
Yeah, sometimes it's really easy to forget that he's only in his 2nd NBA season. He looks so mature and so poised as a second-year player in the league. He had 17 of the Thunder's 52 bench points in this game, and you heard him talk to Nick Gallo. He said, look, when everybody's getting involved like that, it is so much fun out there on the court.
Oh, no question. And, when you're passing to somebody, they make the shot, they throw it to you, you make the shot, everybody playing together. And, again, it's fun to play like that. It's not fun to play against like that because that is hard to guard when you got your head just spinning in circles right everywhere you go, because you think you got A.J. Mitchell gapped up and bottled right there, and then he sprays one to the side, and Aaron Wiggins makes a one more to Isaiah Joe, who is suddenly wide open in the corner. That's hard to play against.
Yeah, defensively, you don't know where the offense is coming from. There's so many different sources out there on the court, and that's what makes the Thunder so potent and so dangerous, and why they were able to walk away victorious in their final game of 2025. But stick with us here on Thunder Live, because when OKC opens up 2026, they will do so in the Bay Area, taking on the Golden State Warriors for the 3rd time this season. We've got your scouting report on that matchup when we come back.
Just lobbing it up to me. I just got to finish. Turkey? Something that started 27 years ago, so it's much bigger than me or my teammates. Oh, look at that. There we go. This is something that has lived beyond the guys that started this and will live beyond us doing this, but we're just blessed to be here in this moment and be a part of it.
Here you go.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama, look at it. Look at the camera.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
It means the world to, make his kids happy and then see smiles on their faces. Oh, yeah. I like that. That number 7 definitely means a lot to help out the people who support us so much. We were team winning to be here without the community, so it's on us to give back.
I'm a big family guy. I love spending time with my family, and I would hate if somebody couldn't do the same because of turkeys or any other essentials. So for me, I feel like if I can just help with the turkeys, I could, provide about 200 families with just a good time for Thanksgiving. I feel like that's enough for me.
I'm thankful for all the basketball players.
He's thankful for you, Austin. Give me a hug.
Just being able to kind of give back. We're all blessed in our own ways, and being able to help the community out any way possible is always a good thing.
Yeah, pumpkin tart, snowball cookie, and a basketball blue cookie. There we go. I'm waiting for somebody to try it.
You see, I just got one turkey right now, but I was on bag duty at the start, but right now I'm on turkey duty. I got to switch. I need some turkeys. Who got the turkey? All right, perfect. How you doing?
I can think about whenever I was a little kid, I was in a very fortunate situation to, have a lot of turkey, a lot of sides, a lot of food at the table. So now to be able to give back, it means a lot to me.
But we know at this time of year, obviously not everyone is as privileged as we are to have a good meal. And I know it's super important for me to give back whenever I get a chance to.
Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. A absolute party here in downtown Oklahoma City on this New Year's Eve. The Thunder ringing in the new year with a win over the Portland Trail Blazers. And in this game, Kenrich Williams was mic'd up. Let's listen in.
Yeah, Jay, that's a good fit, boy. That's a good fit. Look at boys. Yeah, Chet. Let me keep shooting, bro. Good. Happy New Year, man. Stars! Keep going! Back, Chet, get back, get back. Go, go. I want to scream. I want to scream in the game. All right, bro. What's up, dog? Yes. Yes, Wiz. Stop, Zay. I like that one. Good, good. Good, y'all. Yeah, boy.
Kenrich Williams, one of the most respected voices in that Thunder locker room, and that little snippet gives you a little bit of a look into why. He's so encouraging, but he also just has so many great things to say to these guys out there on the floor, and you can tell they really listen to him.
Yeah, Kenrich is a guy that doesn't say a ton, but when he talks, people listen to him.
That's right.
Because he carries a little bit of weight. He's been somebody that's been in this for a long time. He's got such a great character about him. He plays hard. He plays the right way, and he's been a big part of really establishing the identity and toughness and mindset of this group going back years ago when the Thunder weren't winning games like this.
That's right.
But Kenny Hustle was playing the exact same way with that same kind of enthusiasm, and that's really kind of set a standard for who the Thunder are today.
We actually heard from Kenrich's high school coach, and he said that Kenrich actually played the exact same way in high school, too. So that's also a note to the young kids out there. If you just play hard and you just make sure you're a good role player, you could have a pretty bright future in the NBA as well. All right, let's take a look at the Thunder's upcoming schedule because January, starting 2026, is going to be a little bit dense. 15 games in this month for Oklahoma City, and 8 of them are going to be out on the road. And the Thunder actually starts January with a 2-game road stretch that begins in the Bay Area against the Golden State Warriors and will wrap up in Phoenix to take on the Suns. But this Golden State Warriors team, Royce, the Thunder has played them already twice this season. Let's take a look back at this first meeting, and that was here inside of Paycom Paycom Center. The Thunder walk away victorious by 24 points.
That game was a lot like what we saw tonight against the Blazers. The Thunder were so disruptive in that game, protected the rim at a very high level, did a great job of all the little things, really frustrated the Warriors, and eliminated a lot of what they want to do, which is spread the floor and play with a lot of pace and space. The game out in San Francisco was more difficult, but the Thunder did a great job of just kind of weathering storms. The Thunder built a big lead in that one, if you remember, Paris, but did a great job of slamming the door. It was SGA in clutch time. He was magnificent, hitting a number of clutch shots. The Thunder did a great job of executing down the stretch in that game.
Yeah, you see the numbers over the course of this season series. The Thunder 2-0 against the Warriors, 125 points per game. The offense has really been humming against the Warriors, but anytime you bring up Golden State, that number, that three-point shooting percentage is the one that you have to circle. That is definitely top line of the scouting report every time you go up against them because of the potency of their shooters, namely Steph Curry.
Yeah, of course, the greatest shooter of all time. I mean, you got to stay connected to him. You got to manage your pickup points. You've got to be dialed in. You got to communicate your switches because he doesn't stop moving around the court, and they love to use those kind of split cuts where they can try to get somebody else roll into the basket. So a lot of what you want to do defensively against the Warriors, you want to disrupt them. You want to do what the Thunder did tonight, which was that at the point of attack stuff, but at the same time, your communication is almost as important as anything else you do when you play Golden State.
Yeah, a really good point, because a lot of those guys have been playing together for quite some time, and they are going to be sharp and execute very well. So, got to be disciplined on the defensive end when you go up against the Golden State Warriors. Stay up late with us when we're out on the West Coast. That game tips off at 9 p.m. Central Time on FanDuel Sports Network, and be sure to tune in at 8:30. Thunder Live will get you going with everything you need to know leading into that matchup out in the Bay Area. But that wraps us up here inside of Paycom Center on the 18th annual New Year's Eve matchup in Oklahoma City. The Thunder improved to 14-4 all-time on New Year's Eve, thanks to tonight's 124-95 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers. Next game ringing in the new year out in the Bay Area against the Golden State Warriors. Until then, thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Have a safe and happy New Year's.